Welcome back, Sleepwalkers, to more Fatal Frame 3. And now we're going to take Ray for an extra long walk around her bedroom, because why not? At the end of the last video, there was a file I missed. Hey, any excuse we get to have to see Ray walking around in her nice little nightgown, always a good thing. So we're going to go pick this up now. It kind of works out because this video ended up being a little shorter than I wanted it to be, and the last video ended up being a little longer than I wanted it to be. So it kind of works out that way, I guess. I'm not sure what this document talks about. There are so many documents, so much text to read in this game. It would just be a lot of work for me to read them all and at least be able to summarize them for people. So you're definitely going to want to pause if you want to read them. I don't know that this is one of the more important documents in the game. I'll try to keep that in mind for the future. Maybe get an idea of what some of the more important documents and conversations are. That way I can at least summarize those, or at least tell you specifically you need to read this. For now, let's take this fine Asian lady to bed. Hopefully we don't run into Freddy Krueger, because I'm guessing this camera obscura would not stop him. One of these days, I'm going to actually take the proper path around this bedroom, although I did decide to save my game, so it worked out.
This dream again. I thought I wasn't going to have it anymore.
Don't want to see anymore.
Okay, game, that is the wrong woman that I want to see topless in this game. Miku or Ray, either one of them would be perfectly fine, not that creepy ass ghost. I walked around this area for a little bit, just looking to see if there were items, and didn't find anything. That's why the jump cut. Yeah, so here we are playing as Miku, and look at where we are. This should be very familiar to anybody who's seen Fatal Frame 1. It is a facsimile of the Himuro Mansion, and I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation, but if you heard me reading for Dr. Klemp in Parasite Eve, Herbal Medicine, I believe that one will be there every time we come through as Miku. Then you know I don't do accents very well, so pronunciations and stuff like that, I'm going to fail at. It's what I do. Miku opens doors as slowly as ever. And if you remember what was at the end of this hallway in the first game, well, we're going to get it again. That's right, it's Mafuyu's Camera Obscura. Fortunately, we didn't run into any angry ghosts before we had it. We are actually in the Manor of Sleep still. It's just whatever is happening to Ray is also happening to Miku. And so now we're experiencing her nightmare. Type 61 film will definitely be useful. My action replay would not let me equip Miku with unlimited healing items or upgraded film, so that'll be really useful. I took a look at that picture there. That's going to be a puzzle we're going to have to solve later, but we need another piece in order to do that. I was trying to solve it, like what I think the solution would have been if another piece wasn't needed. This guy is a dangerous motherfucker. Yep. careful for that. Man, why do you want to hurt Miku? She's adorable! Fatal frame yo ass, bitch! Poor Miku, man. All this stuff happens to her, and she's adorable, and she seems like she would be a nice person. I don't really know her very well, but she seems nice enough. This is a slow ability. It's actually really useful. Problem isn't dicking around with the camera. I accidentally used it, so I won't have it for the situation where I should really have it for later on. Which kind of blows. Right here's where I used it. Just trying to see if I can... God damn it, game. Pretty sure that got me in the first game, too. Stupid rope. It's not scary, it's just annoying. And I believe there are some places where you can look outside, and you'll see that it's snowing, just like in the Manor of Sleep, which is where we are. Which I've already said. I thought it bared repeating again. I do like that they brought back this theme from the main hallway. It adds to the continuity. I'm very happy I finally learned, after over 2 games, how to switch ammo types while in the viewfinder. I don't know if that's a thing you could have done in the 2 previous games. I'm pretty sure you probably could. But hey, as long as I figured it out, that's what matters. That's going to make less editing on my part, because I'm going to have less menus to cut out. So this is a pretty good facsimile of the Himuro Mansion. After we save my game, we're going to actually go unlock a door now. But you're about to see some differences. That room that we saw in that picture we took, if you remember from the first game, is quite a distance away. Fortunately, the layout is significantly different. You remember this room, you know this is not the room that was on the other side of that door in the first game. I was thinking about this series the other day, and we're going to get a ghost attack. There it is. I was thinking Fatal Frame series is one of the few game series I can think of that doesn't have a sewer level. Even Onimusha in the third game managed to have a sewer level. But this was the closest thing to a sewer level I could think of that they had, and it's just one room. I don't know what its purpose is, but it doesn't seem like a sewer still. Remember these puzzles? They're back. Take me a little bit to solve it, but not too long. Yeah, this is what it was like when games used to have puzzles. Something to be said for game variety. Now, I remember distinctly where this led to in the original game, but here it takes us to one of the later areas in Fatal Frame 1. This ghost took me a while to get. I could never get the camera to fixate on it. I had to move over to the left a little bit. But we got it. We're about to pick up a file. This file, I believe, is going to talk about the strangling ritual. If you did not watch my LP of the first game, and why wouldn't you? then I believe this is just kind of giving you a brief rundown of it. The Strangler ritual being a huge part of the first game. But for now, let's go through the store and see what happens. Oh, Miku, don't worry. We got this. You'll want to save your slow ability for this fight. It'll make that fight a whole lot easier. Because I can guarantee you that ghost will not go down in one shot like it did for me. Poor Miku. People always wanting to be torturing her. Ghosts anyways. Check this door. She'll say that she just can't bring herself to open it. I believe we're in one of the last areas in the game. So that door would lead to the final area where we fought Kyrie, and Miku decided to make the decision he made, which is where she lost him. So I can kind of understand her decision and not go through there, but at the same time, she's already reliving this nightmare anyway, so would it really matter? I don't think it would. So all the points you get throughout the game are going to be used for Rei, Miku, and one other person's camera, so you gotta spend wisely, just because you gotta use them to upgrade 3 different cameras. She does not come with the upgrades that we've given Rei. Which is one of the things I don't like about these later Fatal Frame games. This is the start of it. You play as a bunch of different characters.
Father's over here.
Awesome. I was not quick enough to take that picture. So each character has their own weapon with their own various sets of upgrades, and you gotta save up points to upgrade all the different characters, and it seems pretty annoying to me. Unless you max out the basic functions with an action replay like I did. I mean, I would never. Damn it. Totally do that. I was looking up there because in the first game there was a hidden ghost somewhere up there. I think I missed it. I remember very vividly where this led to in the first game. Here it leads into Rei's dream. I think she was here during her daydream at the beginning. Ha! Got one! Hell yeah! One is better than none unless you're talking about STDs. That Type 14 film is there again. And as soon as we find this hand, we can get some added points. Coming up. With 3 characters, you definitely want to get as many points as you can get. Which is probably why you want to not miss the hidden ghost that I've been missing. There is a 3rd character we're going to play as. And probably not a shocker, since we've seen some areas from Fatal Frame 1, we're actually going to get some areas from Fatal Frame 2 as well. I'm sure they'll be as disjointed as the Fatal Frame 1 areas are. I'm not sure how much of that we're going to get. Odd, but okay. I didn't think you could actually walk through that door. I walked around there quite a bit looking to try to figure out where to go before I finally realized you could actually walk in there. It looked to me like you were blocked off from entering this area. For now, there's a hidden herbal medicine over here. I believe that one respawns every night as well. And if you see me in the viewfinder mode walking, you know that there's going to be a hidden ghost coming up. That was pointless. The only other thing we've got to do in this nightmare is take a picture of a hidden ghost. And a reasonably easy one to get, too. If you missed that one, I can't help you.
Save the 2.
And here Ray's just wondering if she was in Miku's dream. Which is basically what's going on anytime we play as Miku or the other character. It's basically going to be Ray living their dream. It's kind of weird. Kind of annoying in a way. I mean, I've been getting used to... You can hear the stupid cat again, I don't know where it is. I've been getting used to Ray, and she's fine and all, and she's okay enough as a character. Looks like Miku's not down here. Weird. Guess this means we can't send her off to run more errands. But when I play that section, all I could think is how nostalgic I was for Fatal Frame 1 and how I wanted to play as Miku again. She's still my favorite character in this franchise. And these are some letters from... I forget the guy's name. I want to say his name is Kay, but I could be wrong. And somewhere in here it mentions Miyu from Fatal Frame 2 and how she's not doing so well. Not real happy with what they're doing with that, but that's okay. I decided to fast forward a lot of these sections where we're just walking around just because these sections are kind of boring. Although I do enjoy looking at this fine-ass Asian lady when we're going around, but these walking through the apartment sections are boring me out, to be honest, and I wanted to get through them a little quicker. This is one of the shorter ones we're going to have. Some more files, and there's going to be some tapes in here. We will listen to both tapes this video. And I think I've got everything done, so we won't have to start the next video off running around the apartment, hopefully. We can just get straight to the good stuff. Miku and Ray lesbian? No, that would be the good stuff. I never said I wasn't going to be a perv on this LP. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've already been a perv. Let's go see what Miku's up to. Maybe she'll ask if we can sleep with her again.
Miku? Ray, I'm sorry. I don't feel so well. I couldn't sleep.
And this text actually starts off with that same thing we already heard, so I cut that since we actually got it voice acted. Really weird the way they do this. It feels kind of low budget in a way. Between that and having us revisit areas from the first two games, kind of makes me wonder if the budget wasn't really all there for this game. It was either really good game design or really lazy game design, depending on how you look at it, I guess. Onimusha 2 and Silent Hill 3 had similar issues. And that'll start a new night, but there's one other thing that we want to go pick up first. The Silent Hill 3 area where you play in Silent Hill 2 was pretty brief, though. It didn't feel... Well, no, I take that back. You go through the hospital. Never mind. Yeah, so Silent Hill 3. Onimusha 2, where you play in the castle from Onimusha 1. I think it would have been funny if you walked in there and saw something really wrong. Like a big fat guy shaving his armpits. It'd be hilarious. And in here, she's got this shrine to her fiance, Yu. I did find that out from another YouTuber. I can't remember if I've said that on one of these videos yet. That was her fiance. Got a little shrine dedicated to him. Kind of weird. But it does symbolize the grief that she's feeling with him being dead. And we've already got the idea that Miku has a lot of guilt and grief over Mafuyu being dead. Well, he's not dead. Well, I would assume he's dead by now, but you would have to watch the end of Fatal Frame 1. He wasn't actually dead at the end of that game, though. But that's... Well, no, actually, we gotta listen to those tapes and then we'll finish this up.
Yes, that dream. I dreamt of the manor. Yes. Yes, my name is Sarazawa. It's the same manor. It's a big and quiet manor. It was a very cold night. It was snowing, and then the roof collapsed, and the snow started coming in. A song? It sounds like some sort of a nursemaid song. The child kept stabbing at the doll. When I came to, it always hurt. There was always pain. Here, can't you see it? Look, it's right here. It's true. It kept spreading.
Huh? How many times do I have to explain it? It was a manor, and it was snowing. There was blood. Lots of people lay collapsed all over. In the hallway, in the room, everywhere. Yes, it was a man in white clothes, but he had no face. There was a hatchet and blood on the walls. I always ran as hard as I could, so far. Lots of hands came out of the walls, but when I came to, somehow I was the one chasing the man. That's right. That woman, yesterday she touched me. It was painfully cold. Even when I woke up, my body was like ice. This tattoo.
Well, that's pleasant. I'm sure that'll be fun for us later. But in the meantime, that's going to be it for this video, so thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next time.